Hello everyone, this is the Russian Prince with Hearts of Iron 4 Together for Victory DLC, or should I say expansion for Hearts of Iron 4. Together for Victory is the first expansion for Hearts of Iron 4, and I'm sure that there are many to come as well, because Paradox, as far as I'm aware, usually supports their games long after their release, like the most recent examples, Crusader Kings 2, Europa Universalis 4, uh, and so on and so forth, of course. Like, so even Victoria 2 received a patch at some point recently, maybe like a year ago or something, so it's pretty amazing the amount of dedication. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. This is going to be the start of my Let's Play. My first Let's Play in Hearts of Iron 4 with Together for Victory expansion. And yes, I have early access to it, so just to be sure, this may not be the state of the release version of the game, you know, of the expansion, so, or the patch for that matter. So be aware that some things may be broken or may not be broken, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to start a new game, 1936. And here already you can see that there's a lot of new stuff here. Well, I'm gonna show you what I mean. With Together for Victory, there's an emphasis on Commonwealth nations, so to speak. So, for example, if I select Dominion of Canada, well, you can see it's called Dominion of Canada, but we go ahead and choose custom difficulty here. We do not want custom difficulty, but it's pretty cool stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. And not options either, but we can just select start here because we're gonna be playing as Canada. Oh yeah, as a Commonwealth nation, one of the strongest ones for sure. Now we can save and play here. And now that we are in, we can do some stuff like go to research, which is the easiest thing. And the research hasn't changed too much as I have seen. I'm actually not sure if there's even a change in research. But of course, Canada's got a lot more flavor and stuff, so there's that. Now, here, what we want to do is, we want to, of course, research all of this. Then we want to go to electronics and get electronic mechanical engineering, because we want faster research. So this is, as you know, always how I start with buffing up the industry, buffing up the electronics. I simply do that because, well, think about it. We're Canada. When are we going to be fighting? Well, 1939 at the earliest, but there's no reason to like focus on militarizing already. So going for all the industry and stuff first is great. We're not going to have any early wars or anything like that to worry about. Now, if we go to trade, we can see we have, thankfully, no issues with the resources right now, so that makes me quite happy. Now, if we look at the construction tab, well, I kind of want to build some civilian factories, so let's go ahead and start building those. Now, you can see we can only use 3 factories, and that's because we have 10 on consumer goods. It's like so painful for me to see that, but oh well. Now we do have some free dockyards as well, which I could potentially use for convoys, because that is something that I want to do. And of course this screws up our resources, but this is fine. I don't want to spend the civilian factory to get that stuff, because, you know, I already only have 3 left to build, so it would massively impact how fast they can produce stuff, so I'm not gonna do that at all. However, we got this going, we got this going. Actually, we have 3 military factories, and I don't want light tanks, that's for sure. Now here, what do I want? I want to build support equipment, and I want to build, of course, artillery. Now aircraft, I don't want to build any aircraft. Okay, so just cancel this. I'm gonna put the convoys on bottom. Now, insufficient resources is pretty damn bad. But This uses only aluminum stuff, but artillery is what's gonna be very rough. So what we'll be doing here is, right, this is not being produced very fast, but actually, do we have problems with steel? Oh my goodness, we even have issues with steel. Alright then. Well, if you think about it, do we really want that much steel? Actually, we kind of need steel. So if we go like this, yeah, it's not a lot, but... Alright, I want all my artillery, so if I do it like this, I get barely anything a month, you know? It's like, so bad. What if I just do like 2 of these and then like maybe 2 support and then like the rest would be... Let's just do more artillery, because why not, you know? And now that we're done with that, we can dismiss that. We can probably dismiss that. And actually, no. There's something we gotta do. So we have like all these divisions right here. We can add them to a thing. And the next thing we want to do is, well, we have this Atlantic squadron right here. Get him to an admiral, but that's like our only squadron basically. But if we look at the army, everyone is in the Canadian theater, which is fine. We need to get this guy on it. Oh, but you know, General Bert Hofmeister is pretty good, but field marshals, you know. The hill fighter stuff is pretty good, so I like it. I'll let him be the commander for the moment. Insufficient resources is horrible, but I can't really do much. I want to build my civilian factories, really. Much more important. And of course, we are gonna start out with these commissions. Now this side here is pretty good too, because we can get extra tech stuff, but right now it's not the best. This side is what we want to focus on, because we get political power, and then here we get the civilian stuff, and then we get more civilian stuff here. So this would be all really, really good stuff. Now over here we have taken our stuff, and I'm gonna keep building here because I'm not gonna take what I need here. I don't want to produce all this equipment that fast, because if you think about it, this equipment isn't even that important, because by 1940 we'll be getting new equipment anyway, so it's gonna be obsolete. So I don't really care about that equipment, so to speak. So that is why I'm skipping it. And now if we look at our units, we can actually just... Give me a second. I can do change division, and we're gonna get everyone into that. Of course, district militia is good, but I don't want all of this. So, yeah. And here's more new stuff here. Well, as I was saying, this is a huge focus tree created specifically for Canada, which is pretty cool. But new stuff, though. Yeah, we are a Dominion. Basically, there's different levels of how puppets are and stuff. And soon, well, not soon, but we need like 600 more points, and then we become free. And of course, we need some political power as well, so... That is definitely interesting stuff. Now I'm going to speed up because this is... Yeah, it's not like... Nothing really happening here. Oh, and right over here, what we're gonna do is... I'm gonna put this on highest, because reinforcements are most important and upgrades not as important, and then of course the new stuff. So yeah, hopefully once we get that, well, basically once we get that, we want the guy that gives us silent workhorse. You see, RB Bennett. That guy is gonna be the first guy we hire, so we get more political power. Because right now our political power gain is only 1 per day, so it can definitely be much better. So that's why I'm gonna go for him. Actually, it's paused, which it honestly shouldn't be. But yeah, once we have this, it's gonna give us a lot of power, then we go directly for that. This is nice, but we're not taking it right now. Not even gonna touch the shadow factories because, again, issues. Alright, so there we go now. We got all of that. Now we want... Well, that's pretty cool, but, you know, I want this guy. And I have enough to get the silent workhorse now. Yay! So there we go. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Well, who would have thought that Germany would remilitarize the Rhineland, right? Oh, my goodness. And I forgot to read the event. That would have been a nice event to read. Oh well. So I did promise I would read more events. We did, however, just research electronic mechanical engineering, which is really, really good. So we're gonna go for mechanical computing. Always something that may... I always like stuff that makes our nation more efficient. So... I love it. Now, we're getting a lot more political power per day now because we got this guy, so... It's a pretty big boost. Then the next guy I want... See, this is when it's gonna be... Oh, right. This guy is only 50. So, it's pretty cheap. I can take him, but we need the crown stuff. So, yeah. Crown corporations. But even if we take him, it's not gonna build... This guy's not gonna build that fast. Because we're still... Yeah, it's not the best situation. However, we're gonna get this, which is gonna add more building slots in a civilian factory, so... Now, if we go for National Housing Act, which is what we're gonna do, that's gonna help a lot. Just got basic machine tools, so... Concentrated or dispersed? Well, because we are here, which one is it? Concentrated is gonna be far, far better, so that's what we're gonna focus on. We want that. A modified government, well, I really would want that, but right now what I really want is the military theorist or industrial concern guy. But industry, you know, always the good stuff, so... You know, I'm just gonna go for the theorist. Yes, the theorist first. Right, army experience, land doctrine research time, feels pretty good to me. Now I don't want this guy because he's pretty cheap. He's only costs 50 PP. And with 50, we can just do a lot. Then I want the industrial concern so I can take stuff faster. But yeah, we just got construction 1, which is really, really good, of course. I would want that, but we can take that later. This one, this research here is pretty good. So I think I'm gonna take the radio next. That is a good tech to take. Almost got that. And we have, yes, we can get this guy, which is very, very cheap. So I'll take him. I love him. Pretty damn amazing. Costs 50 and gives us some decent boosts. Like the civilian factory. Construction speed, that's what we're looking at. That's gonna help a lot. Okay, so this is really good. $1 a year, man. It's gonna allow us to research stuff so fast. So damn fast. Now here we're gonna need bits and pieces program. Well, that's not really gonna happen now, is it? But you know, this is fun, so I'll go for it. It's gonna give us a nice boost towards our industry. So I might as well take it, you know? Like, why would I not? It's very, very helpful. Now, I do want a lot more political power, and let's see, what's actually happening here. The games of the 11th Olympiad. So, the 11th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin, Germany, and attended by athletes from 49 different nations across the world. The 1936 Summer Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed limited live television coverage. The games were a significant propaganda victory for the German regime, of course, which spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals, while the Americans came in second with 24. Well, that's a lot for the Americans. 4 of these were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the games. Well done, Jesse Owens. But that's not gonna be enough to stop the World War II. World War II is gonna happen regardless. Now, yeah, we need to upgrade that to free, and here we need to get this going. Like the industrial concern here, it needs to... It is a real concern. Yeah, this is better. I prefer this over this, because industry, you know? Material designer is great, but yeah. Now it is. I want more political power, and I think I'll get just barely enough, you know? Maybe, maybe not. It was $1 a year, man. That's really good. So next I'm gonna get... Well, yeah, you know what that means, because we got all of this stuff. Just infrastructure is not really worth it. Now, if we look at this, strengthen the Commonwealth ties. This is precisely what we're gonna do. We're gonna strengthen those ties for extra research stuff. And I'm gonna get this as well. I'm not gonna go for the... What do you call it? I'm not gonna go for shadow factories because that's not something I'm interested in. Alright, so we just got mechanical computing, which is great, but we can modify our government now, so we can get the industrial concern. So now that we took that, because with the industrial concern, things finished so nicely that I can now take this. Or 60, you know, this is better to rush, I would say. We just got the next radio as well, which is awesome, so... What we're gonna get now is this as well at the same time, which is gonna take 127 days. It's not too much. And then concentrated industry, and then we're gonna get concentrated industry too, cause yay, and we're gonna start working on the... What do you call it? Yeah, we're gonna start working on other stuff, but yeah. The civilian factory here is working hard to research stuff, but you know, it's gonna take a while. So meanwhile, we're still strengthening the Commonwealth ties as we do. Treaty of Addis Ababa. It did happen, so good job Italy doing your stuff against Ethiopia. Longer than I expected though. Now here, no enough set. Now we, of course, need to go for this one. Boost everything we can, and I hate that we don't have enough resources. Not enough tungsten, not enough steel. Like, come on already. Yeah, we make like barely any artillery every year. It's like so sad. It is really sad. We did, however, just get construction too, which is awesome. So what we're gonna go for next is not that. We don't want that. But air doctrines. Okay, so looks like a lot of people took that. But what else did people take, you know? UK is gonna give me some boosts here if I go for this. But you see, if UK gives me boosts here, it's nice, but you know, I want superior firepower. But we're not gonna get it yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start working on more stuff. Okay, looks like this research is gonna be pretty damn quick. So I'll take it. Or will I now? Because this is also really nice, so I could take this because it's 39%, but it's also 39%, so whatever it is, 76 days, this is 76, okay, we'll just take that one, you know. Whatever, air doctrines we can worry about later. Actually, it was a bad idea, bad call, because I was unable to use my infantry equipment thing here. Which I could have gotten later, and yeah, that was actually a bad call, I guess. So I think it would boost this, but I'm not sure. Support equipment, so actually I don't know. It says support unit, but support unit could be all of this stuff. Okay, we just got that focus. A Camp X. It's not so bad, but come on. Cannot take this. don't want to take this. I want to take Camp X. Right. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I'm gonna send in the zombies here eventually. But, you know, I'm just looking way, way, way into the future right now, so there's nothing to worry about for now. Okay, so here we are. Now I need to look at Material Designer, and I'm gonna say, hello, infantry equipment. As for here, 37 is all taken care of. Engineering, nothing we need to touch right now. Infantry, however, nothing we need to touch right now. So if I look at air or air doctrine or something, or support company, well, air doctrine, this is 50%. This is very, very fast. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on social media. I'll see you next time.